Alright guys, good morning, good morning. Welcome to our morning note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Started running a little late today. I had some issues with my tech on my computer. My apologies, but it's all working now, all up and running. Excuse me. Before we begin, bottom right hand corner of the screen, click on that. Turn on notifications, like our videos, subscribe to our channel. We'd appreciate it as always. Make sure to follow us on Twitter as well for all updates throughout the day regarding the market. So let's go ahead and talk about the market, shall we? Dow futures down 42 points after hitting a new all-time high yesterday. Nasdaq futures down 0.68%. S&P futures down 0.33%. Russell kind of holding up, pretty much flat, down 2 points. Bitcoin futures up 2.61%. CME released that they will have a micro Bitcoin futures. If you have watched our futures videos, we talk about those micro contracts with E-mini futures, Dow, Nasdaq, Russell. There's some micro ones. That's the ones I usually trade for the most part. Now they're going to have it for Bitcoin. Bitcoin was already expensive in regards to futures trading, but now they're going to have micros 1/10. It's going to be a lot easier and add more liquidity to trading. So could be interesting. Maybe we might set that up and start trading some Bitcoin, which would be nice. Crude futures down 2.44% at $60 a barrel. Gold futures down 1.79%. Silver futures down 2.69%. The 10-year yield, if I can get that currently. 10-year yield, I'm going to go and check this out on FinViz right now. Let's see. FinViz 10-year treasury yield is 1.756 currently. So again, when I look at the 10-year yield, this is the bond prices on the futures side. So again, when bond prices go down, yields go up. VIX, again, where the VIX I believe is at, actually the VIX is down 0.39%. Interesting enough. The dollar is up, 93.21 currently, 0.29%. Copper futures are down 1.5%. Euro dollar down 36 pips, 117.29, and dollar yen 110.32, up 47 pips. The dollar and bond yields are gaining here. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about what's moving pre-market. Get this going. All right, pre-market movers. Let's take a look here. Viacom up 3.31%, Tencent up 3.69%, Sundial Growers down 0.45%. The rest I've never heard of. So again, could be penny stocks. Apple down nearly 1% this morning. I just read a note saying that the developers conference, the WWDC, will be all online this year. Intel Corporation down nearly 1%. Boeing up 0.33%. Kathy Wood's ARKK or ARKX Space Exploration ETF has just been released in regards to what stocks they'll hold. Boeing is one of them. I do have calls on Boeing, and I did see some volume spike there. So Boeing is up 0.33%. Nice to see. JP Morgan, the financials bouncing back. Goldman Sachs is up as well. So again, good to see as well. As we know, with yields going up, the banks are up, except for yesterday when it came to that hedge fund that blew up or having issues with their margin calls. Verizon's up 0.03%. Disney's down 0.22%. Cisco down nearly 1%. Let's see here. Discovery A shares up 3.76%. American Airlines up 0.39%. Tesla down 1.42%. Carnival down up 0.27%. What else is moving here? Nothing else that really stands out. So we'll take a look at the Nasdaq. Baidu up 1%, and Microsoft down 0.81%. Facebook down 0.45%. We had calls yesterday and got out of that. AMD down 0.71%. PayPal up 1% on some news that, I'll get that exact news for you here. I'm going to go and read it for you verbatim. This is the headline. Well, there's another headline here. Tesla and Toyota may be working on potential future partnership inside EVs, citing Chosun Media via Street Insider. Volkswagen confirms it will rebrand its U.S. unit Volt, like electric Volkswagen. Funny. Kind of cute, I guess. Okay, so we also got some more DraftKings headlines. DraftKings acquires VSIN, multi-platform sports betting broadcast and content company. Virgin Galactic unveils VSS. Imagine the first spaceship it'll be in its growing fleet. I'm trying to find this PayPal one. The PayPal here. GameStop Corp. Elliot Wilk joins from Amazon. So GameStop appoints its chief growth officer. And there was one here on PayPal, and I'm trying to find it. PayPal is going to allow, here we go. PayPal Holdings will announce later on Tuesday that it started allowing U.S. customers to use cryptocurrency holdings to pay at millions of its online merchants globally, a move that could significantly boost its digital assets in everyday commerce. So again, Twitter is the place to be if you want to see those headlines. Again, I went ahead and retweeted it. Second thing too is Bitcoin again is now at 59,260. E-mini futures is right now on the 50-day moving average. NQ, which is Nasdaq futures, is testing again the 100-day moving average. So again, just a lot of chop right now. Nothing really to do at this very moment. Again, remember we have a short week. Let's take a look at DKNG. DKNG now at 58.88. Again, slightly higher than the close yesterday's close. Again, I'm looking at this channel in regards to the daily. It needs to hold this level, very key. If not, we're going to retest the 100-day moving average, and we're going to break that pattern and may test the 200-day. So again, you could see this whole pattern here in DKNG. I broke it down on Instagram. You could take a look. Let's go ahead and bring this back here. So looking at Boeing, I have some Boeing calls, and again, I'm seeing a nice flag pattern. Should break above the 200-day today, and then we should be able to catch that for a nice gain. All right, let's go ahead and answer some questions. Hello, boss. Looking forward to Tesla new position below 600 thoughts. I'm waiting for 600. 500. My apologies. If 500 breaks, then I'll definitely be buying some. But 602 is still relatively decent. I think 500 is a good support level. I would be buying hand over fist on some Tesla. Morning, Carlos. Where do you think we expect to see a rotation back into tech? I believe things will get back to normal in regards to growth when we start getting into the new months. Again, spring tends to be a seasonal growth month for the market. I think Nasdaq has some catching up to do. Obviously, we have some valuations that are a little stretch. This hedge fund thing with the margin calls not exactly making things easier. But again, a lot of the value names last year were beaten down, so they're just trying to play catch up. So again, you could get a rotation. ARK is doing its thing too. Again, I went ahead and retweeted their holdings for the new ETF. If you want to take a look at it, again, I don't own any of ARK. That's really up to you if you want to own it. But again, the rotation in the tech, I do believe will get back in April and May. April, May tends to be very strong for the market. Let's see. About archipelagos, how much of the COVID rally is leverage money, and should we worry about it? The question I don't think is how many people are using leverage money. It's the question of how do they hide it and how much risk these banks are taking. Again, a lot of people don't know. A lot of these hedge funds, this happened in 2008, but again, they're using swaps. They're not using actual stock holdings where they're getting hit. So again, their stock holdings are collateral, but again, all they have to do is just sell it in the market. So it's really hard to tell, but it's one of those things that you have to just monitor. IWM calls dead. Let me see here. I don't think it's dead at all, actually. I think that we're actually kind of flat currently, and IWM does like to move. So all we did was really retest support. Let's see what we get today. SPY 400 call for 4.5. That's next week. If you're extremely bullish, then yes. I do not want to trade that, especially for next week. I'd rather just wait till next week. Roku or HD levels to watch. Let's see it. Roku was price upgraded today. It's really just that support right around 300. So again, I would wait for that 327, 100-day moving average. And Home Depot is near an all-time high, so it goes as high as the imagination goes. Where would you add on DKNG? DKNG, my ad level, guys, is 55.10. I explained that on Instagram. Thoughts on HD calls? Again, HD calls, you need volume. And again, it is hitting all-time highs. It's a great company. Love the stock long-term. Another Lehman Brothers story? No, I don't think so. Apple calls dead. Apple took a little bit of a hit, and of course, it's just been sideways, and it's just been an ugly one. Absolutely. Apple has been tough the last 2 weeks. Yields are up, dollars up. Yep, we talked about that. In what other companies except Tesla do you watch levels to add a position? I have tons that I'm looking at for companies that I want to buy. I don't have the whole list in front of me, but again, when our investment club asks us, that's when I go ahead and just answer. For example, Apple below 114, I'll add. If yields are up and dollar is up, isn't IWM small caps going down? Not necessarily. Again, the fundamentals here in the market isn't as concrete, and I wish it was, but it just isn't, because that's where people saying, oh, yields are up, that's where Nasdaq is down. The correlation's not there. Look at the VIX. The VIX is actually red, but the markets are red. I mean, I wish there was the simplicity of just cause and effect, but you don't have that anymore. Again, there's a lot of market forces out there, And it's not as simple. I mean, just last Friday when we had that big spike, yields were up too. So it's not as simple as just, hey, yields are up, the market should be up. What I've noticed, the only thing that's been pretty consistent is the fact that banks and the value have done better with yields go up. But it's not a one-for-one causality. It's not the same exact thing. So it can be very frustrating if you're a trader based on fundamentals and macroeconomics. Really, you can only go and base things now on the chart, and even at that, it could be choppy. It's a weird month, that's for sure. You think the market's shaking off volatility and even out have to? Yes, absolutely. I do expect by August we will hit all-time highs. So yes, I do believe April will be a very strong month, as historically speaking, it is one of the stronger months of the year. November and December withstanding. Let's see, did we break 60K with Bitcoin today? I know we have it on the future side, 59,525. Let me see where we're at on the actual. Let me see. Bitcoin is at 15. Yeah, we should be able to break 60K today. Do you see a bottom is in for stocks like SE and ENPH? Bottom is in is a tough one to say because anything could come up, obviously. But Enphase Energy, I don't know much about, or SE. So again, a lot of the momentum names that have gained, again, they're taking a step back. If you don't need the money within 5 years, it really doesn't matter. But if you're looking just to trade it, then it could just be a little more chop ahead. I mean, I thought maybe Friday we've turned a little bit. That was more of a short squeeze. Again, we need to see these NASDAQ names to start, getting back into it and start getting re-rotated in. But again, as we could see with these hedge fund setup and blow-ups and all this stuff in regards to margin calls, it's not a lot of liquidity out there as much as we thought there was. There really isn't. So again, it's really just a wait and see approach. If you're a long-term investor, you're looking at this as an opportunity just as last year's March with the COVID thing. But if you're a trader, it's really tough. So I would recommend to just kind of pare back, just start watching and see what you could do. And can you go over the chart for BA calls yesterday, what we're looking for? Absolutely. We're in the BA calls, and I went ahead and posted on Discord. Again, really what we're looking for here, you can see here, I'm going to put drawing tools. And this will be the last question because I have to get with YouTube Premium. And you could see right there, nice rising pattern there, rising wedge. You could see it, and that 200-day seems to be just that spot there. Once we break above that, and we've respected this trend line, once we break above this, we should be able to hit 257.55 easily. We have the 260 calls, and we should be solid. And in red market, look at Boeing's up nearly $2 pre-market. That's exactly what we want to see. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and leave it there. How do you think equities will be affected with all the new shutdowns? Again, shutdowns are really state to state, but again, everything is affected in its own way. If you have shutdowns, then the stay-at-home economy will bounce back, which is the momentum names that have been doing very well the last 12 months. So again, those NASDAQ momentum names that a lot of people are invested in are going to rally if you have shutdowns. If everything reopens, what's going to make more money? Restaurants, value, industrials, retail, those guys are going to make money because, hey, things are reopening, the pent-up demand, the movie theaters, for example, restaurants like I talked about. But again, if you're more of a lockdown, then Zoom, Peloton, those guys are going to do great. So it kind of meant there's kind of a bull market somewhere in a sense. So it really depends on your perspective. Again, if we do have lockdowns, those names are going to do well. And if we reopen, which we are, then, the restaurant names and the reopening names will do well as well. So I think there's benefit both ways, obviously. Again, we don't want everyone to be locked down just so certain stocks can go up. That's kind of dumb. But we'll leave it there, guys. G.A.R Capital FX.com is our website. Make sure to check us out on Twitter as well. Again, I always put our market commentary every day in the morning and throughout the day. So let's go ahead and leave it there. I'll catch you guys later tomorrow I'll catch you guys later today for the market recap on Instagram. I know you guys enjoy it. Tomorrow's morning note. And I have YouTube Premium here in about a couple minutes with our team. So if you're interested in joining our YouTube Premium, shoot us a message on G.A.R Capital Instagram or shoot us a message on Twitter. And we'll go ahead and get you the link for YouTube Premium. Again, it's a live 1-hour video with me once a week. And we do a little bit of teaching, a little bit of trading together. So really good stuff. I'll catch you guys later for the next one. And have a good one, team.